Let's go.
I know what I'm saying. Don't do that, you know. Okay, Gambia versus UK. What do you say? What are your thoughts? What can you say on this?
In what way?
Well, isn't it you from Gambia? Yeah,
The West.
yeah,
Smiling coast of Africa. Big up to my
yes.
people.
Then you came to the UK. So I'm just weighing it up like Gambia versus UK. Can you just elaborate on that? Your experiences, what you found challenging, and what can you see and what can you tell us about the differences and difficulties, let it be culture, let it be anything that you kind of find like, okay, this is how we do it, this is how they do it here, and all of that,
Jeez.
and how you're
See?
finding it now.
It's taking us to history lessons, history class. Lord of mercy. That's gonna take us a decade plus explanation. That's a movie.
Okay,
But
cut the movie,
just
please.
to say, like, yeah, great experience though. I'm not gonna lie, great experience. You get to grow, living home. I'll just start saying like, yeah, as a man or as a young boy, you have an opportunity to travel outside
Yeah.
anywhere. Could be anywhere. Europe, Africa, part of Africa, or if you're from Africa, or if you're from Europe, part of Europe, or America, Asia. If you have the opportunity to do that, or you have somebody blessed
Mm.
to give you that opportunity, big up to my old man.
Grab it.
So you gotta grab that.
Yeah.
You get me? But there's another thing too.
Mm.
Everybody's journey is different.
Yeah.
Some people travels or some people hustle, whatever it is you wanna call it, are different. You know, and it depends on the person and what they want or how they wanna go about with their life. Well, I would say it's a blessing. Like, and what I would say the most in like my experience coming into the UK or being in the UK is growth.
Mm. Growth. Okay.
Yeah, and trying to understand actually who I am, and yeah, realizing also how little the country I'm from is,
Mm.
and certain things, certain perceptions you used to have about the West or Europe, whatever, and you come to realize that nah, it's not it, you know.
Mm.
But at some certain things also like yeah, I've seen that in some here and there that wanna make me wanna see that in real life or want it in real life. But there's so much that glitters that ain't real.
Mm. Okay.
Not everything that glitters is real. It's real hard work.
Mm.
And that's one thing I kind of grow to realize because we are young kids growing up, coming up. Everywhere you are in the world, if you want something, you gotta work hard.
Mm. Okay.
You see me? No matter where you are, if the economy is good and you don't do nothing, even though there's benefit, you gotta just remain in benefits. And guess what? You can't do nothing with benefits.
Mm.
Yeah, you have food to eat, shelter, whatever, but that's it.
Okay.
You have to work and pay a living.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you say you're probably a different person from when you were still home and here, or you're still the same person? It's just growth, like, yeah, what would you say about yourself?
Culturally,
Yeah.
still the same.
Okay.
Mentally, like certain things I've grown up to, like I've been raised with, they will never change. They will never leave me.
Mm.
But I've um, integrated
Okay.
into, like, I would say, modern day society
Mm. Right.
that allow me to able to adopt any situation or society I am in. China, Japan, anywhere I am,
Mm-hmm.
I will, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
because of how Gambia or how my old man granddad raised me and stuff,
Yeah.
so it allows me to able to just, yeah, integrate instead of just saying I migrate. I don't believe in the word like I just need to migrate,
Mm-hmm.
and just remain a migrant,
Yeah.
and just living like a migrant.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe in that because we can go anywhere in the world, but when you are in a place, I think the best thing is, anyway, that's for me. You integrate to that society and be part of the society. But doesn't mean you're giving up where you're from. But that means you're adding more of what you are or who you are. Let's say you have your tradition and your beliefs. Now you go to a place. They have their own tradition and belief. You adopt those traditions and belief, not fully, like, not, I'm not saying like you're a Muslim, you go to another country, they're Christian, you leave your Muslim, become a, I'm not talking about that in that manner. In values, certain values that are really good. You pick those values and add it to your own good values.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's good. That's actually good. Yeah, because you find a lot of people are struggling with migrating to different countries because of that perception that they don't have. They feel like, what, I'm just staying
Yeah,
to my
just talk to one
Christianity.
way.
I'm staying to what I know,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna
Yeah.
be like
It
that.
doesn't have to be even religion, but just talk to your old ways, because you think that, okay, that's all you know. Not learning new stuff, not integrating to new stuff that the society you are living in is offering, or is like that's where they are, or who they, you know what I mean?
Yeah, making it harder to yourself
Yeah.
than it is already
Yeah.
is anyway. So yeah,
That's why
that
I
is
would
a
choose
tip.
I would
That
choose
is a
to
tip.
integrate than to say I immigrated
Yeah.
or migrated. No,
Yeah.
I don't migrate. I'm still African. I'm still West African. I'm still Gambian.
Yeah.
But I live around the world. I'm a like, I believe in that. So anywhere I will integrate, leave that place. But guess what? I will go back home any day, anytime.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Okay. And then like the expectations back home, like family basically they've got a lot of expectations, and how did you find yourself having to deal with those expectations, or probably you didn't have any expectations back home, but I feel like a lot of people or a lot of Africans, when they migrate to different countries, they they have huge expectations with them that they carry, and yeah, it is a big toll, because some of them, they can't even handle the expectation, given what, as you said, not all that shines is glitters, given what they get to see or get to face as reality when they get to those countries, and people back home, they don't understand that. So, in your case, with those expectations, did you have any expectations? Maybe?
Family is family always. Expectation, no expectation. Family is family. And as you know, we Africans, especially for male African, you must be a breadwinner.
Okay.
So expectation, no expectation.
Mm.
As a man,
So, you had expectations?
that's like I'm saying, expectation, no expectation.
You created your expectations?
As a man, once you are of age and earning the little,
No,
whatever little you have, whatever you can do, is expected, because you are, what I'm saying, you should be a breadwinner for the family, and family is always family. Sometimes,
so you
now,
feel like
now,
your family got expectations for you
no,
already?
no, it's not like they have expectation and expect it to happen, but it's like something you grow to know that as a man.
That's what I'm saying. You feel
It,
yeah.
It's not even feel. It's kind of like it's basic, like it's in a man thing. It's a man thing. You grow up, and we have that culturally built like that, to grow up. As a man, you have to be a breadwinner.
Nobody
Okay,
has
now,
to say it.
they don't, no, they don't have to necessarily say it. But now, this is the thing now. It is, if you can, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you cannot, nobody's gonna kill you or chop your head for it. But as a man,
you wanna be winning the bread, a breadwinner.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that to the point where, you know, you're not gonna be in a situation where you can't support the family,
Mm-hmm.
basically. You know? But yeah, expectation or expectation, you sold that up. You take that up on you like knowing that yeah man, you need to make sure the family is alright. But doesn't necessarily mean that everything is God's will, no matter how hard you try or no matter what you do. If God's will is it though, it's different now. You can do it and you're not doing it. That's different. But if you can do it, yeah, it's that expectation you inherit that and you will, without even ask, you know. So naturally, you know, yeah, that's that expectation. Naturally in your subconscious, even though it's not being put forward to you, but it's in there, you know. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So, in your case now, with that, were you able to meet the expectations?
No, just like I said, like even the people or the family understand that. They don't have to let you know or feel like, oh, because you are no. They know that if you can, you can. If you cannot, that's it.
You
But
cannot.
yeah,
Okay.
but they already know that. You know that.
Mm.
That if you can, yeah, when the family needs the help, you gotta,
You gotta show up.
you gotta take care, help whatever situation, no matter how little you can. But if you cannot do, it's still, respected and appreciated. Like, okay, because sometimes it's not even more for like what you can give, you know.
Yeah.
But it's difficult also when you are away. It's really difficult. It's really, really difficult. And like I said, everybody has their own journey.
Yeah.
And challenges are different. Family challenges are also different. My family challenges might be more difficult than the other person, or might be less difficult than the other person. And thank God for in my case, it's not that difficult.
Yeah, because
Alhamdulillah.
some parents will even give you a list or tell you a list that
No,
when you get
I don't
there,
have that.
I want a house, I want a car, I want my own whatever. Your sister needs to go to university. You need to pay for your sister's fees. You need to be giving us this money monthly. So those are already expectations.
So do you guys have that in SA?
We have
those kind of expectations if you kind of like grow up that working or travel.
I wouldn't say per se, but I think it's a black African thing in a way. They do have expectations from their children when they probably working. Not all families, although I would say they're moving away from that. Well, in my case, I did not have that because my family is like, we raise you for who you are, but what you do is what you do. We don't, it's just, we are raising you, not that you need to now do things for us. But I do understand that some families, parents put their hope in their kids' life and in their kids' future, and think that, okay, I failed to achieve 1 and 2. I am putting out so much effort to my son or to my daughter so that when he is there, he helps me achieve 1 and 2. That is why you find when a lot of people start, working, most of the things they do is to build their mom a home. That is an expectation that they should not do. But of course, we understand the black things, and we understand even the child feels like, oh, my mom raised me, my mom sacrificed A and B and C for me to be where I am. So I'm gonna build her a house.
Well, even the guys feel the same way.
The guys?
Yeah. Even the men, they feel the same way.
Is that a question?
Yeah, like in SA, you was explaining like does the guys also feel that way?
I think that is more into girls than guys, basically.
In SA.
Yes.
Because in Gambia, every guy know that you need to build your mama home.
And that is an expectation already.
It's not an expectation put upon you. Now let's say now your mom don't have a home. No one need to tell you that, or your dad don't have a home. No one need to tell you that. And now you are in a position to build a home. No one need to tell you that before you build your own house. To say I have a home, and your mom or your father don't have a home. No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That is already an expectation that
it's not an expectation.
No, it is an expectation because it is given that, okay, Now you're working, you must build your mom a home. But then your mom is supposed to have a home already.
No, it's not because your moms have a home already.
Your mom's supposed to
It's
have a
not
house
because
already.
it's not because your mom should have a house already, my darling. You will never able to pay your mom, whether she is a drunkard, a failure or not. So now
Because
the
you're not supposed to
honoring,
pay your
the
mom.
honoring. This is now you honoring all those 9 months pain. You're a woman, you know this already. But as a child to a to parents, let's say like the parent. I'm not. Yeah, sometimes yeah, you might not be raised by your mom and your father. We get that. But if you're like, let's say these are your parents and you now become successful, and they are homeless. Do you think that look good on you, even yourself?
No, that's the thing.
Or they're struggling?
That's the thing. If
That's
you
not
know,
that for me. Sorry, I didn't mean to go to. That's not expectation. That's just you knowing these are my people. This is my family. This is my mother and father. I cannot be in my skyscraper, and my mom and father is in a mud house
why are they even there?
because they couldn't get it themselves, and that doesn't excuse you for not giving them.
And
giving them a home.
at that time, you are 30 plus, but your mother or your father couldn't get you a home to raise you in one.
In-
Now, 30 years plus, you need to be the one to start now from scratch and build them a home. Like, this is where I feel like sometimes, you know, the accountability is not fully, you know, taken, because how are you having a child on earth if you don't have a shelter for that child?
Yo, my girl, yeah. The universe don't work like that. Trust me. And parents, kids can't pay their parents, and cannot say,
You're
"Oh,
not
my
supposed to pay your parents, really.
my parents, oh, because they fail to get a home for themselves. Now you become successful, so you're gonna punish them and not give them a home."
No, you're not punishing them, and
But
also you're not supposed to pay your parents because
that's
your
not paying
parents,
them. That's
you're
not paying them.
No, you said
Kids cannot pay.
cannot pay their
Yeah.
parents, because even the paying
No,
tab there
it
is
is
not
it is
even supposed to be there,
it is
because
a terminology
it is-
to tell
it
you
is-
that
it
whatever
is-
you do for your
it is
family,
every parent's
equate.
responsibility to raise their children and make sure they become successful. That is every parent's responsibility.
Thank
So
you.
now,
Thank you
if-
for saying that. So now, no, I don't mean to cut you there.
Mm.
You say it's the parents' responsibility to
Mhm.
make the kids successful,
It is the parent's responsibility
to raise the kids
and
so
make
that
sure
they are successful.
that they are successful.
Okay, cool. Let me tell you now. We see some parents will sacrifice all of their penny and get that same kid, raise them well, and for them to become successful and abandon them. Are you telling me that's the motto? That I
No, I'm not.
will use all of my resources as a father to the point now I can't even build a home. Let's say now the home thing, yeah. I cannot build a home because now I'm using my money, paying a rent, and so that I can afford to make sure my child, which is my responsibility, raise them well and make sure they're successful. Now they become successful. They should just bugger off their life.
You have done your duty as a parent, and you have succeeded, and you have fulfilled your responsibility as a
Yeah.
parent, and big up to that.
Yeah.
So now, what your child does is whatever, but it's nothing to do with you. And also now, because you have sacrificed this, that was
You
your
see-
responsibility.
you
were
see-
doing what
you
you were
see,
supposed to do as a
One
parent.
thing you fail to understand. Every child that was raised well, yeah,
Mm.
grew up well by their parents, and they become successful. 9.99% take care of their parents.
No, I'm not saying.
So if-
no,
and-
you
and-
need to
and- no,
understand me.
wait. And the parent never said to the kid, yeah, you need to buy me a home. You know why? The kid already know my parent did well for me.
I'm not saying.
So then
I'm not saying that's bad. I'm not saying that's
inheritance
bad.
of, like,
I'm not saying that's bad.
Doing for your parents.
I
for
am
that.
not saying that's bad. I am talking about parents who have expectations of their children.
Because
That is it.
because
And I'm
that's
saying
still
as a
okay.
parent, no, that is not okay. As
No,
a,
you know.
as a parent, you should not have expectation of your child to do something for you when you failed, you as a parent, to do it yourself. You should not have that from your child. If your child is doing something nice for you, is building you a house, is doing you this because they have seen your sacrifices, that's good. Big up to that. Congratulations to that child. But also, they're not forced to do that.
No, this is
They're
why
not forced to do
this
that.
is what I'm saying. Is no one is gonna force.
Yeah.
No parent is forcing their kid to buy them a home.
No, I'm talking about parents who
do that.
who do that, and who will even give you a list.
No.
And talk about expectations. That's okay. This is what I expect from you. You need to give me a house. You need to do that. And I'm saying that is wrong.
No, to be honest, for me, like as a parent, if you do your job well, I think your kids will reward you.
They will reward you, and if they don't reward
But
you,
at the
that's
same time,
fine.
at the same time, if your child don't give you anything, it's not on you either. It's on the child because
It's not
that-
even on the child.
no,
It's, not,
no.
it's on nobody.
let me tell you something. Unless that parent, God forbid, is an abusive parent, you know what I'm saying, and never or neglect the kid or put the kid in a danger, whatever, to the point now, that he or she lost the parental right to claim that's my kid. You get me? But the parent, I'm talking about real parents, they will not go through that because you know why? I will not see any kid, even you. Would you grow up and become successful and just look at your parents and say, "Oh no, you're just my parent. You did your job"? No, you're not gonna do that. Your subconscious, as a grown-up person, will not watch and see your parents struggle, knowing that these are my father and mother. And we see even some people that their father and mother were drunk and whatever, never good. But guess what? That bond of like, that's my father, that's my mother, will make them look after them.
You talk about a very, 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 very crucial thing here: subconscious.
Which is because you know why? You are a human being, because we are human beings.
Yeah.
We have to have that. We have to have that morality.
It's just guilt tripping. But
That's
anyway,
not guilt tripping. That's
but anyway,
being a human being to know that even if it's not your parent, your father or your mother, your family member, even as a man, as a woman, or as a human being, in a position to help anybody, you're not telling me just because of what you just made it now is you are now what individualists now.
No, man. Let's not divert from the topic.
No, because
I'm just talking about the parents. That's why my argument is.
The parents that are making the demand. I'm
not talking about now how you should not be a good citizen or a good individual.
You have to be a good.
With people outside. I'm not talking about that. Okay.
If God bless you.
I should make my point clear. I'm not saying do not be a good citizen. Do not give £2 here. Do not give £3 here. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about here. Parents who have expectations and tell their children what they expect from them. And I'm saying that's wrong. Parents should not expect anything from their children. And if their children do them anything good, which is still good and rewardable, that is good. But if you're raising your child, you're not raising your child to, hey, when he gets old, he needs to do A, B, and C for me. No, that is already so much pressure on a child. Let that child live his life. You've done your part and that's it. And your child is wise enough to know that, okay, my mom has been gone, or my mom went through this and that for me to be where I am, and they will do it. And if they don't also, it's fine, it's still life.
Well, I know responsible kids who are out there, that are grown up right out there, are looking after their parents, are supporting their parents, and it wasn't forced on them. It wasn't put on them. It wasn't a pressure.
It's good.
But
if
it
it's
is
not put
the
on
way
them.
of life, and it is the natural way. You raise your kids, to grow up to become successful. Now, in your old ages, the only thing good they can do for you is to look after you, not necessarily give up their life. The way of like this idea of like, oh, you cannot look after your parents because they have, it is their, it is true, it is their responsibility to make sure you are alright, you are sheltered, you are clothed, you are fed, and raised well, and taught well, you know what I'm saying, to the point, give you the tools to the point now, you will grow up to become somebody. Now you become somebody now. You're gonna do that to your own kids to raise them well, the same way your parents taught you, the same way your parents raised you.
So
And giving back to them, yeah, is not a responsibility. It's just natural. Simple. It's no social forcing and anything. It shouldn't be. I don't condone parents telling me, oh yo, I spent 100,000 in your life. Now you need to pay me back. I take you to school. Now you no. I'm not talking about those parents.
okay.
Naturally,
so,
the father or the mother knows that that's my responsibility. If my kid and if you do it right, your kid's gonna look after you. Simple.
Okay. So yeah, we're saying the same thing then.
No, I agree with that one.
If
I agree with that.
if you're not talking about those parents, that's fine then. And yeah,
Because for me, I'm not raising my kids for them to come and pay me back. But what I'm putting into them,
there is a bad.
no, that's what I'm saying. But what I'm putting into them, I know for sure when I grow old, my kids are not gonna abandon me. Because I have you have to have that with your kids. You know what I'm saying? You have to have that relationship to know that your kids, you love your kids love you, your kids know that you have their back to the point. You know what I'm saying? They know, yeah, you are daddy or you are mommy. That will never go away, no matter where you are, no matter how rich or poor you are. They're gonna have your back. You sick, they come in. You whatever happened to you, they come in. They
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
that's
You
what I'm
need to have
saying.
that, you know?
And also, yeah, it is parents mostly the parents that have not really done that much in your life and that did not do much in a child's life. They are the ones who make more demands, and the parents who have done, everything, scratch every itch of their skin. They'll not tell their kids that, okay, I expect you to do A, B, and C for me when you get a job. The kid will know that, okay, my mom,
You're
because they
struggling,
know
or my
my
dad,
mom or
I
my
need to help
dad
you here and there.
has
Yeah.
done
Yeah.
all,
You know?
all and all and all and all for me, and it's also I
Yeah.
need to look up.
Those things,
and
those things for me. That's why I say it's not. That's why I don't call it responsibility. I call it natural. You just your subconscious tells you these things. Like
Yeah,
that's my mom.
no,
I cannot
those
watch him.
things.
I cannot. Oh, that's my dad. Oh, that's my sister. Oh, that's my brother. I cannot watch him suffer. I cannot. You know what I'm saying? You just take care of it. Especially if you are in a position. I'm not talking about you don't have anything. You are blessed. You know what I'm saying? You're in a position. No, you cannot watch your family suffer. If you are in a position, if God bless you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can forgive, say then maybe family break, family fight, whatever. But if you remove the grudges and forgive, and no, you cannot watch them suffer if you are in a position. But now, not everybody's like that too. Not every family is like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, but yeah, well yeah, life is that for me. I believe like whatever you can do for your parents, no matter how little. Yeah, if you can, if you cannot, yeah. You know, yeah, because they're your parents, man. And parents will look after their kids so that they will not be in a position that the kids will not support them or will just abandon them. You know. Yeah.